Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jaquelyn Mitra. I'm an early childhood educator, a mom to a beautiful little girl, and a recently published author for my book titled Tea and Cookies Day. It is an honor to be here with you today. I'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to the Filipino School of New York and New Jersey, and of course, the Bergenfield Public Library for having me as the guest author this month. Being married into the Filipino culture, I've learned to appreciate so many of their traditions as well as some of their yummy foods. I really enjoy the kamayan, the simbagabi, and I love lumpia, pancit, and of course, machado. This book is this really, truly special piece of my heart. It was inspired by my sweet daughter, who, like the main character, comes from a beautifully diverse background. In the story, we meet a little girl named Emily, aka Emmy, who comes from a Filipino Italian background. She's getting ready for a grandparents' day at school where they're serving tea and cookies. But she's a little confused because everybody keeps talking about grandmas and grandpas. She doesn't call anybody grandma and grandpa, so she doesn't really understand who she'd invite. After speaking with her parents and understanding that her special names for her grandparents come from family traditions and her heritage, she soon realizes that she's not the only one that has special names for her grandparents. At the end of the story, she feels like a sense of pride and joy because she's discovered that many of her friends also have special names. I want to read this book with you and I want to find out what Emily calls her grandparents. Tea and Cookies Day. Hi, I'm Emily. My mom and dad tell me every day just how special I am. I am a perfect mix of both of them. Not even just the way I look, but what's inside me, my heart. You know that thing beating inside you? Mom says I am just as beautiful on the inside as I am on the outside. I have my mommy's eyes and my daddy's nose. He says it's as cute as a button, whatever that means. I am Filipino, Italian, American. I go by a few different names. Emmy, Mommy's Best Girl, Love Bug. Those are called nicknames. This is sort of a story about nicknames, but oh, so much more. Good morning, class. I am so happy to see you today, Miss Lily said with a smile. We've been learning all about our families. And you know what? Grandparents' Day is coming up. I raised my hand and asked, "What's that?" It's a special day to show grandmas and grandpas just how special they are to us and to thank them for all they do. Let's make a list of all the special things we do with our grandparents, Miss Lily said. I bake cookies with my grandma, said Victoria. Grandma reads books with me, said Jeremy. Chloe and Logan both said they sleep over at Grandma and Grandpa's house and watch movies. Sophia said her grandpa picks her up from school and they go to the park. I stood there looking at the list but didn't say anything. Miss Lily told us we were going to invite grandmas and grandpas to school for some tea and cookies. We went back to the centers to color our invitations. Olivia was so happy. She colored her invitation and drew pink and blue hearts. I can't wait to show Grandma Teddy, she said. Teddy is our class pet. He is the shiniest goldfish you've ever seen. Aiden was excited too. He lived with his grandma and grandpa. He drew a picture of the three of them in front of our school. Boy, it's going to be so cool to have Grandpa come and see my classroom. I can't wait to show him my cubby, Aiden said. Julian looked a little disappointed. He told Miss Lily that his grandparents lived far away, so they wouldn't be able to come. Why don't you make a card for them and we can mail it to them, Miss Lily said. Okay, that's a good idea. And he went to his cubby to get his favorite crayons. Who should I invite to Grandparents' Day? I thought as I colored my invitation. When I got home from school that day, Mom knew something was up. How was your day, love bug? Mom asked. Everyone kept talking about their grandma and grandpa, I said. I asked what I was thinking all day. Who do I invite to Grandparents' Day? Mom looked at me confused. Your grandparents, Em? Lola, Lolo, Nona, and Nono, she said. Why do they have different names, Mommy? You know how we always tell you how special you are, that you are a beautiful mix of many different cultures, a beautiful mix of different languages? You see, in Tagalog, Lola means grandma, Dad explained. And Lolo means grandpa? I asked. Yes, Daddy replied. Lolo and Lola are from the Philippines. What about Nona and Nono? I asked. That means grandma and grandpa in Italian. They are from Italy. I was beginning to understand. I remembered the list we made at school. Some of those things I did with Nono, some I did with Lola. It was beginning to make sense. I had grandparents. They just weren't called Grandma and Grandpa. Mom also explained that sometimes grandparents just have special names or nicknames like Nana or Papi. You know how we call you different names sometimes, like Emmy or Lovebug? It's pretty much the same thing. I am sure some of your friends at school have different names for their grandparents also, she said. Can I still invite them for tea and cookies? I asked. Yes, of course. They would love that, they said. I couldn't wait to get to school the next day. I wanted to tell my teacher all about my grandparents. I do have grandparents, Miss Lily. Their names are Lola, Lolo, Nono, and Nono, I said excitedly. Miss Lily was so happy. Wow, what special names they have. Brianna heard me talking to Miss Lily. Emmy, I call my grandma and grandpa Abuela and Abuelo. They are coming next week, she said. Christopher said, my yaya is too. Mom was right. Some of my friends did have different names for their grandparents. We made a new list today. I felt so proud. It's finally Grandparents' Day. I am so excited. We have chocolate chip and oatmeal cookies and such delicious tea. Before we sang a song to our grandparents, Miss Lily gave a special warm welcome to everyone. I want to thank you all for coming to our Tea and Cookies Day. Whether you are called Grandma, Gramps, Pop, Grammy, Lolo, Bapchia, Nana, Oma, or Nono, you are all special and deserve tea and cookies, she said with a smile and a wink as she looked my way. The end. I've also included extended activity for you guys. I hope that it sparks some conversations within your classroom or your families. Some of the questions include, what do you call your grandparents? Where do your grandparents' name come from? Here, there's also a list of all the names that I've encountered over the years. Some of my family and friends have added to this list. I want to thank them all. I also, though, I need your help. I want to know exactly what you call your grandparents, okay? So if you call them something that's other than this list, I want you to add it. I want you to add it right here. I want you to tell me in the comments what you call them. Do you call them Lola and Lolo? Do you call them Nana, Papi, Mima, Mimi? Do you call them Yaya, Dada, Gigi? Let me know. Tea and Cookies Day is available in paperback, hard copy, paperback, on Amazon, on Barnes& and Noble, and some of your favorite local bookstores. I want to thank you again for having me here. I can't wait to hear what you think of it. If you'd like to purchase it, I really appreciate your support. Thank you again. Thank you again to everyone. And thank you to the Bergenfield County Public Library and the Filipino School of New York and New Jersey. It was a pleasure. Please follow me on Instagram at JMKidsBooks. Stay tuned for more Emmy. See you. Bye-bye.